My name is Marilyn Rittel. My parents, Bob and Lily Ekman, and I first came to Emmanuel when I was 8 years old. That was 1958. We moved here from a rural Lucas County community, and we moved into the house that I'm still living in now. And my mother had been at one time a member of First Methodist downtown, and so she just thought that that was where we were going to go. And then a greeting committee uh, in the neighborhood heard that we were new in the area, stopped from Emmanuel. They stopped by our house and invited us to come to church here, and that's how we got here. I was in confirmation class in 1963 when Pastor Gilner was here. There was 32 of us in that confirmation class. That was a pretty large class. And the class right before that, there had only been three. So I'm sure that he was overwhelmed by all of us. He was a good leader. Pastor Gilner was a good leader, and he engaged everybody in the class in some way. Um, and he had people come talk to us. He gave us homework assignments, and he was a good leader. I sang in several choirs in my youth. I sang in the cherub choir and the carol choir and the chapel choir. And I did sing in the chancel choir for a very short time, but then I'm more comfortable just listening to the music now. My husband Ron and I got married here in 1969, and Pastor Gilner officiated. And our wedding, we were able to get married into the sanctuary that we have now, but it hadn't been built for very long. We still had to have our reception in the basement of underneath the old chapel area. My husband was in the Air Force, and we traveled around quite a bit. And then we settled for a short time in Colorado, where his mother lived. And we finally decided to move back to the Des Moines area, and we settled in the Highland Park area, and we attended the Epworth United Methodist Church over there. And while I was at Epworth, I got acquainted with Karen George, who's a member of Emmanuel, because she belonged to Epworth too. And we actually taught a Sunday school class together at Epworth. And then after my parents had passed on, my husband and I moved into our home that I had grown up in. And I decided that driving clear across town to Epworth was not something I wanted to do. And so on an Easter Sunday, I came back here to church, to Emmanuel. I felt like I came home. I enjoy greeting people at the door on Sunday morning as they're coming to church. I like everybody's smiling faces and hugs. And while they think that I'm greeting them, they're actually greeting me. So I enjoy doing that. I put food in the little food pantry once a week, and I help out with the seafoam meals and anything else that anybody wants to call and ask me to do, I'll try to do if I can. I attend Emmanuel because it's a it's a feeling of home. It's a good place for reflection, and everybody here is accepting of one another, and there's so many reasons I could give.